Welcome to this podcast. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, something crazy just happened. But we're gonna talk about a trip that you took that was unexpected.
Yeah, an uneventful trip.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about a baby name that you're not going to find out. Just going to tease you all the day long.
yeah. Or are we? Dun dun dun.
And talk about Ralph's name and how he got his name.
Yeah, we talk about my trip and something funny I did on there.
And talk about Father's Day and appreciate and a shout out to all those fathers that make things awesome.
We talk about bikers and their cool jackets.
Yeah, yeah, those are real cool.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon.
Hit it.
Oh, yeah!
Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, welcome.
Look, you're listening to this and it's not Father's Day, but today is Father's Day and happy Father's Day.
This is a specialty episode because today is Father's Day.
What makes this episode more special?
That is taking place on Father's Day.
Well, I mean, we had an episode on Mother's Day. Was that special?
It was a specialty.
Okay.
There's a couple of specialties here and there, but you know.
Sure. So look, I had an eventful weekend. You had an eventful week.
Oh yes.
I'm going to start off by talking about my weekend. I did not see you all weekend until a couple hours ago.
Yeah, and guess what? I missed you.
You know what? I missed you too because you were gone all last week.
Yeah.
So Friday night, actually Wednesday-ish, Addison started having more contractions.
And that is
that's exciting.
crazy.
That's exciting. Like it's kid number 2 coming along.
Yeah.
And so, then Thursday kind of died off, but then Friday it's like things started to get real. Like she started having more consistent contractions. And so I come home from work and I'm like, do I need to pack my bag? And Renee's like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So we're heading up there. She's having regular contractions. Addison's like, what should I do? Renee says, look, just try to take a nap because if you're going to be up all night, you're going to want to have energy. So just go to sleep as much as you can. So she goes to sleep. She wakes up the next morning, texts Renee at like 4:30. Yeah, I'm still having contractions. And so Renee's kind of up and like, okay, like things are going to get going. And then
Addison drinks a Monster to get more energy.
She didn't drink a Monster. She didn't do that.
Yeah.
A couple bottles of wine.
Yeah.
No, she didn't do that either. Then all of a sudden, like the contractions just stopped. They just stopped. Like we went up there to see a miracle, and it turns out, I mean, look, I don't want to downplay like it was the worst weekend ever.
Yeah.
But I went up there to see baby Ebenezer. I wanted to meet this little buckaroo, and instead, all I got to do is hang out with amazing Eliza and Addison and Brandon.
Yeah.
And Renee.
Eliza, I wish I could see her because she's been so snuggly, right? And like cute and just loving.
Dude, so here's what I love about it, right? So I roll up in there and like Addison's sitting on the couch or I don't know what she was doing, whatever. She's maybe in the kitchen doing whatever, it doesn't matter what she was doing. And I go in and Eliza's in her room, like playing with books.
Actually.
And she sees me and she kind of gives me a crooked eye a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Who's this guy?
I'm like, what's up, girl? And then she comes over and she gives me a huge hug and I sit on, they have a little recliner in her room.
Yeah.
And I sit on that and she just lays her head on my chest and just gives me loves. Oh, it's just warms your heart.
I know.
man.
That's what I want. Because like the Eliza I was hanging out with, she's like, you hold her, and then she's like, get me out of here. I just want to play, I'm like, oh.
Dude, she snuggled up the loves, man. And she doesn't do it for too long, but it's like long enough where you're like, oh, you just melted my heart. It's long enough to melt your heart and make you fall completely in love with her. And then she's just like, all right, let's go do the next thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, that's amazing.
That's how she gets them,
That's how she gets it, yeah.
Like she wants to play. She's like, wait, I just have to do this for a couple seconds, and they're just gonna want to hang out with me,
Like if she knew how to talk, she could literally get anything she wanted at that moment.
Like,
she gives you that hug, and she could look at me like, "Will you take me on a cruise around the world?" You're like, "Yeah, let's book it right now."
I guess that's what I gotta do then.
Or she's like, "Can I have ice cream?" Of course you can, honey. You can have whatever you want. You are adorable.
Yeah. Can I have the brand new phone?
Yes, let's do it. It is funny though. Like she, so like Addison and Brandon, I love how they parent her where they're like, hey, no, they don't want her on the phone.
Yeah.
But she is like, she knows that it's forbidden. And so she is always going for it. And then every now and then she'll grab it and snag a phone.
Yeah.
And she just like somehow cracks into the camera. She'll start taking
Yeah.
selfies with. You're like, what? How in the world? You're barely
She's-
one.
Yeah, she's starting to get like teenage girl whatever.
wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. But I probably my favorite video. I don't know if you saw this video of. So they went to some restaurant and they brought her
Yeah.
and they're feeding her, and so she does this like hand clap thing, like which means
Yeah.
more. And so
And then
she like tilts her head back, opens her mouth super wide, like she's like a baby bird.
Yeah. Just like
so
trying to.
funny.
Yeah.
So cute, man. You know who's not cute right now? Ebenezer, baby Ebenezer.
Speaking of baby Ebenezer, are we going to?
All right, so we can do this. I'm not going to tell you. All right, I'll tell you this. I know the name.
Yeah.
I know what they're going to name baby Ebby.
Yeah.
And so I found out because Addison wrote me a wonderful card for Father's Day.
Yeah.
And anyway, so in the card she tells me what the name is because she's been a punk holding out on me for like I don't know, like I don't like the secret of like, hey, we're not going to tell anybody the name. I don't like. In fact, let me tell you, I hate it.
What if I do that with my mission?
Then I'll hate you too. Like, look, I know I'm not ranting, and this is a total sidetrack from what we were just talking about.
Yeah,
we'll get back on this, but like. So there's certain recipes that we have that people are like, oh my gosh, that's so good. Like there's this chocolate chip cookie recipe that we have that we love.
The cake, chocolate
the
cake,
chocolate cake that we love. The waffle recipe,
orange rolls.
Like there's some things that we make, and we are recipe sharers.
Yeah,
But there are people out there, and hopefully, if they hear this, hopefully they change their mind. But there's people out there that like they have a recipe that they do not share, and there's also people that like they will quote unquote share the recipe, but they leave some parts out of it.
yeah.
So that it's never as good as the way I make it. So it's like, I'll give you my recipe for chocolate chip cookies, but I'll leave out like either a step or an ingredient.
Yeah.
And so you can make them and they're going to be good, but they're not going to be like good like when I make them.
Next step, put 1 bottle of love.
But it's just weird. Like most likely you didn't invent this recipe. And even if you did, like if you have a business and you're making cookies and that's your secret service, awesome. Keep it like that. I understand. But you're just like, you're a weekend warrior. You're maybe going to make these cookies like once or twice a year. And when you die, it dies with you.
Yeah.
To me, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, they're not at the funeral like you remember her cookies.
No, they are going to be at the funeral. They're going to be at the funeral, and we're going to get a bunch of store-bought crappy cookies and throw them in your casket. Here's what you get, lady.
So let's do a quick shout out to Meryl.
Shout out to Meryl. Meryl is a huge listener.
And a big fan of Pepsi, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. He also wears the Cats in the Cradle t-shirt every now and then.
Yeah. Okay, so basically where I was going is connected to this. Basically, an employee from Coca-Cola figured out the recipe for Coke or whatever.
No, an employee for Pepsi found out Coke's secret recipe.
And tried to sell it to Pepsi. And Pepsi's like, why would we want Coke's recipe?
Like,
because it's ours is better. That's what they're saying and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, hey, go ahead and sell this to somebody else.
Yeah, we don't care. Yeah.
All right. So if you withhold names from me, like I'll basically, what if I just withheld like an inheritance from you? Like how would you like that?
Not really.
Right. Exactly. So this is kind of what Addison's up against. Is that
well, I feel like you're not really like you're with it. You can't withhold the inheritance. You can withheld what the inheritance is, because she's not like not giving, like not like bringing this baby into the world, it's still coming, but she's just not telling you.
All right, so you wanted to do a game where you were going to write a name on this paper and you want me to confirm or deny that this is or isn't the name.
Yeah.
All right, let me see this paper you got.
Okay, so are you gonna confirm it or deny it?
I don't know, because we just talked to Addison. I don't have permission. I don't have her permission to do this yet.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
All right. Baby name for podcast.
Okay.
All right. This is the paper here. All right. So you wrote Joshua.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you knew this or not. That is my name.
No way. I definitely did not know that.
That's
why I wrote it.
Let's play this out. All right. Why would they want to name their firstborn son after me?
Let me give you 3 good reasons.
This is Father's Day, so maybe this
Father's Day. No, this is an amazing reason.
Let's hear it.
Number 1, successful podcast.
And number 2 and 3, also successful podcast.
That's all. No. Number 2, very loving and kind, and number 3, gets things done.
I mean, can I fight you on number 2, loving and kind?
Well, like you can be loving and kind, but then at the same time you're like, okay, they get this done too, you know? So number 2 and 3 tie together.
Yeah,
you know?
efficiency.
And number 1.
I mean, really, it's number 1.
Yeah, number 1.
But so if it's number 1, why not go Jonathan?
You know
I mean,
what?
let's be
change the
honest.
name. Change the name.
Let's be honest. You're the one who's carrying this.
And also, it is. Wait, actually, let me change number 2. That it's Addison's dad's name. You know, it's your name. You know,
It is my name. That is true. But doesn't that make it weird, right? Where she's calling her kid her dad's name?
No, it makes it like it makes a bond. It bonds. I feel like it just bonds the whole entire family even more.
I mean, maybe it's one of those things where they're like, just like, it's one of two things, right? They're like, look, his podcast really isn't that successful.
Yeah.
So we got to do something to boost his spirits.
Yeah.
Or it could be one of those things where like, look, he doesn't have a lot going on in his life. Like, we got to cheer him up somehow by naming him. Like, let's create this bond here.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll get an extra share of the inheritance.
James Bond.
James Bond. So, I know she told me, like, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Can you keep a secret?
I can.
Like, I figured by the time this podcast is edited and out there, then it'll be time.
Yeah.
Like, the baby will already been born. It doesn't matter. You're smiling a lot.
I'm smiling so much right now. I can't. It's crazy. This is crazy.
Okay. You ready for me to drop
I
this
might
bomb?
cry.
Okay. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Legitimately, they're going to go with the name Ebenezer.
Actually. Wait, you're lying, bro. Oh my goodness, Dad.
I can't tell you. It's not my secret to tell. I'm sorry. Like, to us, the listeners, I'm sorry to have teased you like this.
I
I teased you. I'm
goodness.
not gonna. I can't do. If I had permission, I'd do it. I don't have.
You
permission.
had me on the urge of crying.
I know.
And then
Look, I'm not gonna lie. When she told me, I cried.
yeah, I would have cried right now too.
All right. I want to talk about something I saw as I was driving up to Utah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of made me laugh. Like I thought about this for a little bit since I saw it.
I'm a little angry at you right now.
I know.
to be
There's a lot of
honest.
emotions going on right
Yeah.
now. I'm trying to bring it back to a loving,
Okay.
lighthearted area. Under what circumstances? Let's say you're going out with a bunch of your buddies, right? So it's like your friends. There's 8 of you. Say there's 10 of you. Doesn't matter. There's more than just one other. But there's a group of you, and say you guys are gonna go hang out for the weekend. Under what circumstance would you ever wear matching clothes, like coordinated?
Every single day. No, I'm joking. Probably not. Like maybe once, like depending on the mood we're feeling in.
And maybe if it was a joke kind of thing.
Yeah, if it was a joke.
Like everyone, let's grab
But if
that.
we're actually serious about it, never.
Like if you all had like tuxedo T-shirts. Hey, everyone got to wear the tuxedo T-shirt.
That would be funny.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
So as we were driving, we saw 2 different motorcycle gangs.
Yeah.
And they all had on matching vests.
That you can do that because they're in a motorcycle gang.
But it's funny because going back to you would never wear matching outfits with your buddies. And so now you have these dudes who are like these like hardcore motorcycle riding guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we're cool. Look at us. We all got matching vests on. Like,
yeah.
All right, buddy.
I wouldn't call it. Wait, what do you call it?
A motorcycle gang?
Yeah, I don't think that they don't like that. They don't like that, Dad. It's a motorcycle club.
Well, some of them are gangs.
Oh,
like Hell's Angels.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Well, it's a gang. It's a motorcycle gang. It's a real thing, Johnny. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
So, long story short, you're not going to wear a matching vest with your friends?
No.
What if you get inside a motorcycle club? Then would you?
I would.
I don't even think I would then. Like if I became motorcycle guy, like look, I've lived, as Renee says, a charmed life where growing up, I mean, I don't know if I'd say I was spoiled, but like
you're spoiled.
I got lots of things that I wanted. The one thing I really wanted that I never got was a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like I remember it'd be Saturday night. I was probably Ralph's age.
Yeah.
I'd go grocery shopping with my mom, and we'd buy all the groceries for the weekend. I'd say, Mom, if I carry all these groceries in one trip, will you buy me a motorcycle?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know, we'll see. And dude, I mean, we had 5 kids and we ate like horses, like we,
Yeah.
4 boys. Like there'd be like 2 or 3 gallons of milk, and I would carry all that in one trip, and I'd put it up on the counter. I'm like, "Can I get a motorcycle?" She goes, "No, we're not going to do that."
Yeah.
I also think the reason I'm alive is because they didn't buy me that motorcycle. I'd be dead.
Yeah, but if I became a motorcycle guy, first off, not joining a motorcycle club. And even if they wanted me to, even if somehow I got into a motorcycle club, I would realize, what am I doing? And I would leave the motorcycle club and burn the jacket.
Yeah, there you go.
We got a shout out.
Well, let's do this. In fact, this is where I want to go next.
Yeah.
So this has happened 2 weeks in a row now.
I don't think it's real. I honestly don't think it's real.
What do you mean you don't think it's real?
Like, I don't think it actually happened.
What?
What we're talking about.
Well, go ahead. What are you talking about? I don't. Maybe we're talking about 2 different things. Go ahead.
Well, so basically on the radio station.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So Grandpa Mike was just over here, and as was Grandma Debbie.
Yes.
Having Father's Day dinner.
Yeah.
They were listening to Sirius XM radio.
Not a sponsor.
But we could maybe be on the show. Like, hey, we'll go on your show. We'll go co-host a segment.
I would definitely do that.
I mean, we'll totally do that. We'll multi-brand here.
Yeah.
And so somebody was on something Buchanan. And anyway, they said they played Cats in the Cradle, and they said, hey, for those of you, there's a great father-son podcast called Cats in the Cradle. I've listened to a few episodes. I recommend you check it out.
Yeah, and
like he wouldn't make that up.
Yeah, I don't think they would make. I mean, maybe they like misheard something. Like they heard podcast, father son, and then
Well, now keep in mind, if you do recall, when we first started doing this, we realized that there was another podcast called Cats in the Cradle.
Yeah.
Maybe he was referring to them.
How many episodes did they have?
They did 2, maybe 3,
but
definitely 2.
They said a couple episodes. Maybe
that was it. I'm talking about. Maybe listen to just those 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, we are on season 2. This is episode 24, I think.
And there's 365 episodes. No, never. What was I thinking?
Johnny, man.
It depends.
Dude, you have like an algebra teacher that's listening to you right now and be like, oh my gosh, I tried my hardest.
Yeah. But there's like however many weeks are in a year. That's how many episodes we have.
52 weeks in a year. So we're 52 plus 24. Do that math.
Give me a sec. 76.
I nailed it. All right, nailed it. You had another fan sighting.
Yeah. So I'm over eating at this breakfast place with my friend after I came back from my trip, which I will talk about after this. And so a fan comes up to me and was like, "Oh, I just listened to your podcast. Yeah, the Star Wars episode was really good." I was like, "Oh yeah, thanks." And I was like, "No autographs, no photos, please." No, I'm joking. But then I would turn over to my friend. I'm like, "Yeah, these fans are everywhere, dude."
So you're with your friend and his parents, right? Parents or mom?
Both.
Okay, so you're with your friend and your friend's parents.
And siblings friend.
So when they saw this interaction, what did they think? Like, what did they say?
They didn't say anything. They kind of just like looked at me like, "Oh, like what? Johnny's kind of popular." Yeah. But and then
that's so funny to me, man.
Yeah. Turns out they're just in our stake for church.
Yeah, they just go to church with us.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, hey, you know it though?
What?
They like the podcast.
Yeah, that is good.
All right, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of clowns?
Clowns? No.
Like clowns don't scare you at all, or
no.
They don't give you like creepy vibes?
Like if I see a clown at a birthday party, not scary to me. If I see a clown in a sewer, then I'm scared of it, I'm like gonna go like I'm gonna, it just depends on the setting.
What are you doing hanging out in sewers?
Just not like storm drains, I just
okay.
Go,
all right. All right. So let me give you the setting where I saw a clown that kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're up in Provo, and there was a farmer's market. And so, it's like this farmer's market's much bigger than the ones that we have here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And so there's lots of food vendors, and then there's people selling arts and crafts and different things like that.
Yeah.
And then standing like by themselves, not near any booths, is a clown that had some odd leg tattoos, wearing shorts, rubber nose.
Yeah.
And doing balloon animals.
Yeah.
Kind of scared me.
It scared you?
I mean, I wasn't afraid like I'm running, but I'm like, dude, I didn't want to make eye contact.
if you wanna something I'm not very proud of, but like I don't know why. I'm like I'm not afraid of bugs, but like they creep me out sometimes. I'm like I don't want to be near them, you know?
Well, that could be unfortunate for you this week because you're gonna go on a.
I know. Well,
you're going on a hike.
I know. Like I just feel like they're nasty. Like when I was up at the cabin with grandma and grandpa, they were just like like spiders crawling around in the bathroom, you know? Like you don't
I know. I hear.
Yeah.
Dude, I hear you. And it's just like I'm like, all right, be brave, be brave.
Yeah.
It's a spider. It's
Yeah.
like you're like 1,000 times bigger than it is.
Yeah. But it could kill you. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it could,
But most of those they're not gonna kill you.
a snake. I want a rattlesnake rattler. That's what I want. You know,
Yeah, that'd be pretty
and
cool.
some cheetah print underwear, like real,
Real cheetahs
yeah, real tiger underwear. That'd be awesome. All right.
called Tunderwear.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about my week.
Hold on, before you do, I just gotta. We have some new swag coming.
Really?
Yeah, so this is limited. If you're interested in this, let me know. I can definitely make this happen.
Yeah.
We have a Cats in the Cradle shower curtain.
Oh my goodness! Guess what? Our shower thing just fell down again.
Did it really?
Yes.
All right, we'll
And-
take a look at that.
Yeah. It was.
What
But
are you guys doing in there? Like, it's not a pull-up bar.
Ralph, literally Ralph. Like I walk in and Ralph's like, the shower curtain fell down again, and I'm like, what? It's like I swear I didn't do anything this time. And
This
I'm
time?
like, yeah.
What does that mean? Like the other times you did?
Yeah.
Oh man, that guy. All right, go ahead. Give us. So we're 21 minutes in. So
Yeah. Let's do it quick.
yeah.
So basically this week I was at FSY and it's like a church camp and it was awesome.
So you sent me a video clip, dude. I think was this like the end of the week?
Very last night that we're there.
Should I play what you were doing?
Heck yeah.
All right, let me pull this up real quick. Yeah. So there's a group. I mean, how many people were in this room when this is happening?
I gotta say like around 30.
Okay, yeah. So there's like 30 dudes in there.
And the dorm's not that big.
Not that big a dorm. All right, let's play this. Oops.
Minions! Tonight we still taboo! Yeah. and then I ripped off my shirt and threw it in the crowd. And it was awesome. Let me tell you, that was awesome.
Were you able to steal the moon?
Oh yeah, do you see it in the sky right now? Everybody look outside. Do you see the moon?
No.
Day or night? Do you see it?
I mean, I don't remember last time I saw the moon.
Yeah. But it was so fun. And yeah.
Okay. Look, let's talk names.
Yeah.
What's the name of the hottie you saw?
Which one?
Both. All.
Name
Name it. Come on, dude.
on the podcast.
Name it.
I'll tell you later.
Name
but
it.
I'm not trying to.
Is she gonna listen? Is she a listener?
No.
Then all right. Then just
But
name it.
somebody that might know.
So what?
Yeah.
Then hey, if you think she's cute, like just because you think a girl's cute doesn't mean you're getting married to her.
Yeah.
I mean, think what this
Okay.
will do for her confidence. Be like, oh my gosh, I was on a podcast that's nationally broadcast. Somebody told me that I was cute.
Okay. Her name is Kaylee.
All right. Yeah, we don't need to do last names, just first names only.
Yeah, I don't even know her last name.
Good. Okay. Kaylee, and then was there another one?
Yeah, her name is Sophie.
Dude, those names rhyme. They're from Utah.
Yeah, both of them.
They have Y's in their names.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a thing, man.
No, not Sophie though. I was just joking. Sophie has a Z in her name. It's Z-O. No, I'm joking. It's just Sophie.
So it was a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Make some good friends.
Yeah.
I love that, man. Like you come together, kind of some like-minded individuals, but different backgrounds, and you
Yeah.
just kind of bond it up.
But I'd like to take this example and make it into a very good example.
Let's hear it.
So, right there, that was pure pressure. And you should never give in to pure pressure.
How was the food?
Terrible.
Was it?
Yeah, it was so bad. There was one day where we got catered by some place and that food was good, but it wasn't enough. And then everything else was terrible.
Yeah. So I went to like some of these sports camps and things like that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And one time we somehow, for some reason, had a competition to see how many glasses of grape juice we could drink.
Oh my gosh.
I won. I mean, I lost because I won the competition, but I ended up losing.
Yeah, you threw up.
I think I drank like 36.
Oh my gosh, how big are these?
They
glasses?
were like they weren't like shot glasses, but they're like think like the mason jar.
Yeah.
So basically that filled up
I could
like
do
the
that.
small, but 36 of them.
Yeah. How were you thirsty?
No, but I puked.
Oh, I could do that easily.
It's like a gallon challenge almost with grape juice.
I could.
How much sugar is that? Like I should be diabetic because of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever noticed people with metal detectors at the beach?
I have. I literally noticed somebody, and I was like, "What the heck?" I was gonna go up to them like, "Hey, tell me if you find anything good."
So it's funny because like they always seem like they're a step above a permanent camper,
Yeah.
and I know that's a very broad brush to paint, but it's like part of me is like, what are you gonna find at the beach? You know,
Yeah.
like a gold bar or something. I mean,
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna find. If you're gonna take a metal detector, take it somewhere like in the desert or something like that. Don't take it at like a public beach where everybody's
so
at.
like when we were at the beach a couple weeks ago, like I saw a metal detector guy, and I was like, that was kind of weird. Like,
Yeah.
who does that? And like, what's he going home with? Like 25 cents or something,
Yeah.
But I saw a clip on X today where there's a guy doing his metal detector thing,
Yeah.
and a dude chases him down and says, "We lost my wife's wedding ring. Can you help us find it?" And then he comes over. He's like, "Yeah, let me." So he's like scanning it and stuff like that, and he had like a shovel that kind of like filters out the sand, so it like scoops up the sand.
Oh, that's cool.
And it filters out so you can see stuff inside. And then sure enough, he found the wedding ring.
That's a fake video.
But then
No,
but then when it happens, he goes, "Hey, finders keepers," and he left.
Actually,
No, but that would have been funny if he did.
that'd be so messed up though.
It's like, "Can you help me?" "Yeah, no problem." He's like, "What's it worth to you? 500, 600? How much you gonna give me?"
Yeah.
No.
How about 700, 800? That's what I'm thinking.
So maybe we need to become metal detector guys at the beach.
Yeah, I mean, I got the permanent camper shoes. I got the permanent camper beanie.
Yeah, you got the fake beard beanie.
All I need is some pants and some shirt that are permanent camper. I have a permanent camper jacket.
Dude, and then you could go to Portland and get a free tent for being a permanent camper.
Yeah. That's actually infinite money glitch. Go to Portland, get a free tent, come back, sell the tent, then just repeat.
Yeah, sure.
Sell it to the people selling the tents.
There's probably other ways to make money than that.
But is it near as easy?
Yeah, probably is. It probably is, Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, you could start an unsuccessful podcast.
I really want to tell you what the name is, man.
You want to?
I hate knowing secrets because I just want to share it. Like it's I'm poop on you, Brandon, for not letting us do this.
But we love you, Brandon.
I mean, we appreciate you. We say Brandon hit it. We appreciate you, but
yeah.
That doesn't mean we can't be frustrated every now and then with a decision.
I feel like when people don't tell me secrets, I'm like, bro, I'm so good at keeping secrets. And like, how to they give me an example. I'm like, you can't give them an example, because like you're like, oh, there's that one time that one kid had that one crush, and they're like, oh, well, everybody knows about it now.
Wait, you got Kaylee's number?
Yeah.
She's not listening to the podcast?
No.
Dude, if she's not listening to the podcast, like
I didn't tell anybody about the podcast.
Dude, how does everybody not know already? Like they should just see you, like, dude.
I got a haircut though. No, it's barely there. You barely even noticed the haircut.
That's funny. So you're not gonna tell her like, hey, I got a podcast?
I might.
Dude, you have to.
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Johnny, what's holding it back?
This another example of peer pressure right here.
Like I'm at the point in life where when people ask me what I do for work, like I think I'm going to stop saying I'm a banker and I'm going to start saying, oh, I got a podcast.
And then the bank fires you because you're having two jobs.
Like, hey, you're not allowed to have two jobs.
Yeah.
You can do one. Pick one. The one that pays you money or the one that
doesn't
that you love.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I told one of my friends about it today.
Which friend?
Or not today, yesterday. His name is Alex.
Dude, you gotta wear the Cats and Cradle swag more often.
Yeah, I don't even know where it is.
I know.
I think I have the shirt. I don't know where the
Like
hoodie
you've
is.
always been wearing the stupid University of Wisconsin hoodie.
I love that
I
hoodie.
think you have a Cats in the Cradle podcast hoodie.
We gotta get then you gotta get a gray one with like a different type of logo on it or something like that.
I can do that. I can do those things.
We're gonna put like University of Cats in the Cradle podcast, and on the back it's gonna have like number.
I feel like part of you is ashamed of this podcast.
I'm not ashamed of it. It's kind of like embarrassing a little bit, like because like how many 14-year-old kids
Are amazingly awesome and hilarious.
and have a podcast with their dad? It's like
So
I'm not ashamed of it.
are you
but,
embarrassed of the dad part or the podcast part?
I don't know.
So just I want this to go through your mind. So right now in the high school banner in the high school gym
I already know.
is
I
a
already
banner
know.
with your podcast on it.
People have talked to me about it multiple times already.
and so like it won't come down until volleyball season. So it's gonna be up in the fall and in the winter. It's gonna be up there all like when you're doing wrestling season, it is up there. You're gonna go to assemblies at the beginning of the year and it's gonna be up.
I know, and people are gonna be like, "Johnny, is that you?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, dude!" And then they're gonna listen to the podcast.
Dude, I can't believe you're ashamed.
I'm not ashamed of it. It's just a little embarrassing.
That's like being ashamed.
No.
Look, dude, to me, I mean, I don't like. There's LinkedIn. You probably don't know what LinkedIn is. It's like Facebook, but for business.
Oh, of course.
And like, I never post anything on there. I have posted some of our episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it how many are they do good?
I mean, it just gets. I've had people that when we've talked about this. When people call me up to try to get business, they're like, "Oh, I listened to your podcast. I thought it was really good," and they'll like give me comments on it.
Yep, heard that one before, buddy. Yeah.
But it's good, man. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
I enjoy this.
Yeah. I enjoy it too.
As long as you don't have to tell your friends about it.
Yeah. Okay, so since we're kind of on the note of peer pressure, real quick,
Let's do it.
Why don't you tell me that name of that baby? Come on, Josh. Dad, come on, Dad.
It's not my news to share. It's not mine.
Dad, come on. I probably would have never told you about that girl.
I
those
would have
girls'
told
names.
you if we didn't talk to Addison just barely and have her say, "No, you can't say anything yet."
Oh, damn.
Like, think about what that would do to Addison if I just spilled the beans right here.
I think she'd be fine about it.
So let me ask you a question. All right, if you were having a baby boy, what name would you give your son?
Joshua.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like no. You know what? I would change it. Cats in the Cradle podcast.
CNCP.
Yeah.
Get over here.
Yeah. You're like, yes, sir. I don't know. If I can't decide. I would have my wife, like, I don't know.
You just, hey, whatever name you want, you can have.
Yeah, if it's good. If it's like some stupid name, then like Joshua or something like that.
Right? Thank you.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Ebenezer.
Ebenezer, no.
You wouldn't let your kid's name be Ebenezer?
I would let his middle name be Ebenezer, but not his first name.
Would you ever name your kid Ralph?
No.
Have I told you the story about why we named Ralph Ralph?
Yeah. Aubrey had a dream.
Yeah, have we told the podcast the story?
We have not.
Do you want to tell the story?
No, that's all you.
All right, so Ralph's kid number 5, and I don't want to say he was an accident, but he wasn't necessarily planned.
Yeah.
So he, Renee's pregnant, and for some reason, like for the first while, like before we had any ultrasounds done, like we were convinced, like, okay, this is going to be a girl, and so we were like calling it Baby Kate and all this stuff. And so one day, Aubrey,
that's what I'm gonna start calling Ralph Kate now.
I'm sure he'll love that.
Yeah.
And so one day, Aubrey comes down and says, "Hey, I had a dream that we're having a boy, and you named him Ralph." And we're like, "That's ridiculous.
There's no way.
There's no way we would name him Ralph." And so then Renee, Renee goes, has an ultrasound, and we're like, "Oh, it's a boy. Like clearly Ralph's a man.
Yeah.
Very obvious in the ultrasound."
Yeah.
And
he's a boy, and what a boy.
And so then we're like, "Hey, Aubrey, like, do you know that Renee's biological father, that his name was Ralph?" And she's like, "No, I didn't know that." So Renee's dad died when Renee was in utero. So Renee's never met her biological father.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wow, that's weird. I didn't know that. So we're like, oh, that's pretty crazy. So one day, fast forward a couple weeks, whatever, we still haven't landed on a name.
Yeah.
Kind of like this story hasn't landed yet.
Yeah.
And we're cleaning the house, and I come around the corner. Renee's in the kitchen, and she's crying, which a pregnant woman crying is not too surprising.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost expected.
Every single time.
And the initial response should be like, babe, I'm so sorry. Like, what can I do better?
Yeah.
Like, that should just be your,
Yeah.
you see your wife, she's pregnant, she's crying, you just say, I'm so sorry, honey. What can I do better? Just take the blame and just own it. But I'm like, babe, why are you crying? And she goes, I know we have to name this boy. And she goes, we have to name him Ralph.
Yeah.
And I'm like giving her a hug.
And you're like, we have to name him Ralph.
So I'm giving her a hug, and I said, babe, it's okay. Like, we can give him a cool middle name. That way, you know. And she goes, no, that's why it's so bad. His middle name has to be Percy, which is her maiden name, right? So I'm like, well, I guess we'll just have to like get him into like jujitsu or something like that to make sure he's nice and tough.
And then they put Jonathan into jujitsu instead.
So that's why we named Ralph Ralph. And look, it's funny because he owns it. Like, he owns the name Ralph.
Yeah.
Like, in elementary school, everybody knows Ralph.
Yeah.
There was the 6th grade award ceremony they had. Yeah. Like, they did the same thing that they did for your group. Like, hey, we're going to list a bunch of names. Please don't clap. But when it got to Ralph Haldeman, a bunch of kids in the gym started clapping for Ralph.
Yeah. But that's also because, like, in the gym, it wasn't like all 8th graders or all 6th graders. Or no, it was all 6th graders. It wasn't like all adults.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, most kids people were quiet for, when it got to Ralph, they weren't quiet.
Yeah.
He owns it. He owns the name Ralph.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ralph.
Shout out to Ralph.
All right, let's end this Father's Day episode.
Yeah. Specialty episode.
Hey, shout out to my dad. My dad's great. He's a wonderful dude. Guy is service-minded, very loving towards others. I don't know if he would really give his shirt off the back, but that's something that you'd say.
Yeah.
So proverbially, he would give his shirt off his back.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's donations with his time, with his energies. He's the kind of guy, like, he's in his 70s now, and, you know, I don't think he can do it anymore because he, you know, had a surgery recently, but like, he would, like, within a year ago, he was showing up helping people move.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, we want the guy who's 25, not the guy who's 75.
Yeah.
But he was out there doing it, you know.
Also, back to the good old Kachingo, the story that about mom naming her kid after her dad.
Yeah.
Addison could name her kid after her dad. It's a great idea.
I mean, but I'm not dead. Maybe this is a ploy to get me to die.
Maybe.
Like, because, you know, people are going to be like, hey, Josh. And, like, we're both going to be turning, like, what? And
then, yeah, that'd be awesome.
I mean, it's just going to be confusion and chaos all over the place.
I think that would be awesome. If my future kid names their kid after me, I would love it.
Would you name one of your kids Jonathan?
I would.
Okay.
Jonathan Jr., that would be cool.
And then there'd be Jonathan Jr. the third.
Yeah. Honestly, I actually probably wouldn't name my kid Jonathan.
JoJo.
It's a good name, but just like two Jonathans, one crap. Family. I'm like, whoa.
You know, I just realized we haven't talked about our sponsors.
Doc R. Haldeman LLC,
bringing you happiness,
healing,
and health
in a myriad of ways. You can contact her at 702-258-7860.
All right. She told me a story. She had a patient come in this past week, so this is a follow-up visit. She's a teenage girl.
Yeah.
And that's all I know. I don't know the person at all. And so she comes in for the second appointment, and Renee asks the question of, like, how have you been feeling since our first appointment? And she's like, I'm fine. Like, I feel like basically the same.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay. So she starts asking her, like, well, what about this symptom? Has that improved? Oh, yeah. No. Oh, have you been getting headaches? No, actually, I haven't been getting headaches. Oh, okay. Have you had diarrhea? No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think there's been any improvement? She goes, actually, I think there has.
Yeah, I feel like that's every teenager. Like, yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, what about this and that and that? And you're like, oh yeah, you know what? I am feeling better.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I think I'm like that in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like, because if I'm like there's times where, like, I'll be sneezing a ton or whatever it is, and then Renee's like, hey, take this herb, and I'll take the herb, and then, like, I'll stop having whatever the allergy outbreak was or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, are you feeling better?" I go, "Yeah, I am actually." I'm like, "Huh. Maybe it must have been the water that I just drank."
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, "Or maybe the herbs you just took."
Yeah. Other sponsor, Cinemark.
Cinemark, get your movie pass, $12.99 a month. Get a movie ticket a month, 20%
Yeah.
off concessions. Did you see any movies?
I watched The Croods.
The Croods? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
That's a funny movie.
it's good. You know.
I watched something last night. I don't remember what it was, but it was kind of dumb.
Uh,
I wanted to go see a movie in the theaters, but it just didn't happen.
I watched another movie. It's called Piece by Piece, or something like that.
How was it?
It's like a documentary about Pharrell Williams, and it's all in Lego.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Was
like
it good?
it's
Was
cool,
it good how
yeah.
they did that?
It's a good movie. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, I don't really know. He's a singer,
Yeah, he's a
rapper? What is he?
I don't know. He's like kind of everything. He did the music for Minions.
Oh, okay.
He did.
Is
like,
he the happy song
yeah,
guy?
'Cause I'm a happy or something like that. You
but
know?
he does other stuff as well.
Yeah,
It's kind of a cool idea for a documentary of doing like the Lego theme.
yeah. Because I think I really liked it. Like I would not watch it if it was just a normal documentary.
Okay, we're gonna end this podcast. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye.
What the heck?
Oh yeah! Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon.
Are the rumors about you and Kim Kardashian true? No comment. But yes.